Hey everybody, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie and we're going to dive into our book, our morning mindset. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? It's kind of dark in my room. Where are you tuning in from? How is your morning? How is your weekend? All the things. Happy Monday. I actually love Mondays. I love Mondays because I'm like, yes, we're here at a new week. I do love it. So, where are you tuning in from? Good morning. I found these I was cleaning my room and I found these cute little quote cards the other day and I thought I'd read one to you. So I picked this one out first. It says, crush your goals. And here is the little quote or thought from the cute little quotes, which I love finding new things that you're like, I didn't know I had these. It says, do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tool you have at your command. Napoleon Hill. Thought that was cute. So, and we say that often, right? Don't mess up good for perfect. Just start. The time is never right. Start where you stand and work with what you have. Good morning. All right. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Happy Monday if you're at work or at home, wherever you are at. We are reading this book. If you're brand new to the page, the point of the mornings is to just give you something to think about. Whether for some reason this hit you where you're like, yeah, I just need to start. I've been waiting for the perfect time, or I just need to do something, or think, oftentimes people think they need to have everything, all of the tools and all of the resources and the perfect food and the perfect snacks, and I don't have the right scale. And listen, you use what you have, right? So if that's what hit you today, take it, hold on to it, take action, right? So I love I love mornings. I love Monday morning. I love all mornings. I love to read. I love to work on my mindset because I truly believe that if you work on your mindset every single morning, whether it's reading or listening to a podcast or listening to somebody or something, even if it's just picking up a quote and reading it to get this right and to truly help you walk through your day. If you have a right mindset, if you are thankful and grateful, you will make better choices throughout your entire day. If you get up crabby, if you get up like, I have to do this and I don't want to do this and I hate Mondays, like, how do you think your day is going to go? Probably not great, right? So we pick a book. I recap the book for you. If you have the book, awesome. If you don't, you can tune in here every single morning and you're welcome to take one little nugget, take it with you throughout your entire day, use it, reflect on it, take action on it. That is the point. So we are on chapter 5 of this book. If you're tuning in, I'm honestly just going to read on page 146. And I just had one paragraph I was going to read to you. This book is full of stories. I think it's amazing. It's a little bit of a harder recap. The next book we're going to do is going to be very, very simple for everybody to A, follow along, and B, if you read the book, to honestly take a nugget or take one thought and put it into action. So the next book we're going to do is called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Have you ever heard of it? If you haven't heard of it, it's an incredible book. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. And we're going to start that in probably December. We could probably start it before then, but we'll start it in December. All right. So in this book, he talks about the power of moments. He talks about the power of, moments. Are you capturing the moments? And here's one thing he said this morning that I was like, oh my goodness, I do this. And I have a really silly example for you. And I do it. So here's what he says. He says, between once upon a time and happily ever after, what does the middle look like for you? Maybe some of you feel like right now you're in the middle. Like, oh, it was so exciting to start this lifestyle. It was so exciting to start after this new goal. I'm not to my happily ever after. I'm in the middle. Does anybody feel like they're in the middle? Or, I'll give you my example in a second. Here's what he said. He said, divine moments live in between the sweet beginnings and the savoring ends. They exist between the innocence and the invincible. In the midst of a divine moment, you are both most powerful and most vulnerable. This messy in-between is the context of your life. You do yourself a disservice when every story has a happy ending in your life, or has a happy ending in this life. It's far more important that there is a meaningful, not a messy. It is far more important that there is a meaningful middle. So often that we're paralyzed in our fear to do anything wrong. And it's important to always move forward with all of the wisdom possible. I hope you caught that. I think oftentimes we say the messy middle, right? The messy middle. The beginning is fun. It's exciting. The end is like I've reached the goal. It's the happily ever after. But what about the middle? Like a lot of you are in the middle right now. I'm in the middle right now, right? Like I haven't reached my goals. There may be never a happily ever after. I've talked about this on the page before. Oftentimes people go, I'm going to do this lifestyle. I'm going to do this diet until I get to the wedding or the vacation or the anniversary. Like there's a happily ever after, right? And then sometimes we get to that like end and either we quit, doesn't feel like it's as amazing, like, oh, now what? He says it's not a messy middle. It's a meaningful middle. What are you doing right now? Don't just live for the end. Don't live for the end, right? And I'll give you a silly story. I have been really excited, like ecstatically excited for Thanksgiving. If you're not in the United States, I know that you don't celebrate the same time we do. Your country's different. But I don't know. Like last year, we had one side of the family, my husband's side, didn't do Thanksgiving or Christmas at all together, nothing. And I just have this like overwhelming sense of excitement. We are hosting. I'm going to cook my very first turkey officially. Well, my husband is. We're going to put it in the Traeger grill. Like we've got it all lined up. I'm excited to be around them. I'm excited to see them. I'm excited just for the holidays. I'm just excited. And so I realized the last couple weeks, I'm like, I just want that week to be here. I'm not a huge shopper in stores, but on Friday, my husband and I, it's our anniversary actually on Thanksgiving. It's 17 years, but we're having my very exciting time to cook and have all of our family here. So Friday, we're going to celebrate our anniversary, and I'm just excited, right? And I was reading this morning, and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't wish these next 2 weeks away. Like we're in the middle. We had a really fun weekend this weekend. We had some great conversations, some friends over. And I just don't want to rush away the middle. Does that make sense? Like I kept talking about it and planning it. My husband's like, listen, I get it, but it's not for 2 weeks. I'm like, I know. I don't know. I'm just excited. And you need to make sure you enjoy and make special moments all the way there. I don't know if I just read it this morning and I was like, how many people hate the middle? How many people say it's the messy middle, right? Oh, my nose tickles. How many times do we wish so many moments away, waiting for the end, and we get to the end and we're like, oh, it's done? Ah, my nose is so tickly. So, I don't know, that was my thought for today. There's a lot of fun things coming, hopefully, for you. Okay, let me back up. That was dumb. Hopefully you are looking forward to an end, right? You've got goals and you have dreams, and there are, great endings coming, happily ever after. Some of you are getting married or going on vacation or doing things. I just thought today, let's not call it the messy middle, but let's call it the meaningful middle and not wish our time away. And he says this, don't be paralyzed in our fear to do nothing or to do something wrong. It's important to always move forward with all of the wisdom that we have possible. Taking action, basically, right? So anyways, I don't know. I loved that. That's what I've read this morning. That's what I wanted to share with you. We'll continue reading tomorrow. I thought it was great. So with that, if you've never heard me say the saying, let me see if I can say it, but this is what I like to tell people when they don't truly feel like their mindset is important. and I want you to think about this before you leave. It is important because in order for you to make progress on your goals, what page is that on? In order for you to make progress on your goals, it's on page 146. You need to control your mindset. And so I've said this before. As I think, so I feel. Just remember this, and maybe you should write it down to remind you how important your mindset is. As I think, so I feel, right? As I think, I'm going to feel negative or positive. As I feel, so I do. If I feel negatively, I'm probably not going to make good choices. If I have a positive feeling and a thankful heart, I'm going to make better choices. So as I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. I do. As I do, so I have. You will have what comes to you, and what you get is a result of the actions. That is a result of your feelings. It's a result of what you think. That's why it's so important. You don't have to tune in here, but read something in the morning. Take 5 seconds and say something that you're thankful for. Look and go, I get to do this. I don't have to, right? I want to work towards the end goal, but I want to enjoy the middle where I'm at. It's a meaningful middle, right? Take it in, take action, work on your goals every single day. Don't wish for the days to be gone. You're going to learn something every single day. So this is the book that we're going through for those who asked. We're going to do Mel Robbins, The 5-Second Rule in December. So you can grab that book if you want. You can listen to it on Audible, or you can just tune in here every single day. Otherwise, I hope you have an incredible morning. Continue to tune in. There's always recipes and tips and tricks here on the page for you. I hope you have an incredible day. This was the quote that I read earlier this morning. Take action. If you learn something, take action. That is the key. So have a wonderful morning. I appreciate you always tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.